The rights of an unpaid seller is another important topic from examination point of view from the chapter The Sale of Goods Act 1930, and in this video we'll be exploring that topic. So firstly, let's just clarify who is an unpaid seller. What do we mean by unpaid seller? So an unpaid seller is a person who has sold the goods on cash basis, but he has not received the entire price of those goods from the buyer. So please remember that anybody who sells goods on credit basis cannot be classified as an unpaid seller. The sale has to be on cash basis, and the condition is that the seller should not have received the entire price from the buyer. So even if he has received a part of the total price, when he has not received the total price, he remains an unpaid seller. Now, a very easy way to learn this topic, it's quite an exhaustive subtopic in the Sale of Goods Act, but an easy way to learn it is by making this into a table like I have done on this slide. So the rights of an unpaid seller can be broadly classified as rights against the goods and rights against the buyer. Now, against the goods, since the subject matter of the contract of sale is the transfer of ownership of goods from the seller to the buyer, in case the seller remains unpaid, then he has some rights against the goods. So there are two situations now in this. One, where the property and goods has passed to the buyer in the form of possession of goods and the document of title to the goods, and where the property and goods has not passed to the buyer. That means still the seller is the rightful owner of the goods. Now in this case, where the property and goods has passed to the buyer, the seller has a right of lien. That means he has a claim on those goods. He can hold those goods or demand the goods back and resell them. The seller also has a right to stop the goods in transit. That is, if he has dispatched the goods and still the buyer has not made payment in total, he can stop the goods while they are in transit and collect them back. And of course, he has the right to resell the goods. That is, he can sell it to anybody else and transfer good title, equally good title as it was in case of the original buyer who did not pay him. Now, where the property and goods has not passed to the buyer, there the seller has the option of withholding the delivery until the buyer makes the payment. That is, he will not deliver the goods. He will keep the goods on the documents of title in his possession. Now, what are the rights of such an unpaid seller against the buyer? Now, he has broadly four classifications of rights. One is suit for price, where he can ask for the price, whatever is due to him, he can ask for that. He can file a suit for damages, that is where he has to incur some expenses for storing those goods, some extraordinary expenses where he may have incurred for dispatching the goods, or any loss which he may have incurred, loss of opportunity, that is he could not sell it to somebody else, so he may file a suit for damages. A suit for special damages, especially applicable if you have to make any special arrangement. Supposing the buyer had asked for delivery which was not standard or regular, some express delivery, whatever was paid for that, or for any special storage charges, then for that the seller may file a suit. And a suit for interest on the price that from the date on which it was due to him, he may file a suit for recovery of the interest also which he may have lost. So broadly, this is the easiest way to study this topic. You can of course read up in detail from the chapter or the Bare Act and add to this, but ideally you should cover these points as far as rights of an unpaid seller go. So with the rights of an unpaid seller, we come to the end of the chapter on the Sale of Goods Act 1930. If you like the content on this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, please feel free to share it with any students who you feel might benefit from the content on this channel, and do leave your comments and feedback. Valuable comments and feedback relevant to the subject are welcome. Thank you.